over the weekend, we got this sad news from the Chief Medical Director of Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Professor Adetokunbo Fabamwo, who said that about 35% of LASUTH nurses have eased themselves out of work. They've lost 35%. He said this, that about almost on a daily basis, he has to sign 3 to 4 resignation letters. He mentioned how, even though he has discussed with the governor has given the permission for the institution, that's LASUTH, to recruit new nurses, it still needs to be addressed. Spoke about how some of the retired nurses should do more to
make up for
the damage, make up for the ugly news that is going around. But we are going to be discussing the brain drain. We're going to be discussing brain drain in the health sector. We talk a lot about doctors, but now we're seeing 35% of nurses have left. Just one hospital is recording this figure, which means that if we are doing a census of all the other hospitals, we might be getting similar, if not worse, reports from them as well. The question is, what would we expect the government's response to be at this time to this particular situation? Should the government say UK should not give anybody visas if you are a nurse, or what can the government do at this point in time?
The government can only ensure by providing everything the hospitals need to thrive. That's all they can do. You can't stop citizens from deciding to seek greener pasture. You sure? You cannot. You can't make that law. It's not possible because, first of all, you are not the one that trained them in school. You did not choose the profession for them. And they are in a profession where it's no longer beneficial. They are no longer feeling appreciated in what they are doing. Everybody has a right to decide, okay, I don't want to be a nurse again, I want to sing. Would you stop me from following another passion if this passion is not paying? If we're afraid that the doctors are leaving, we should be scared that the nurses are leaving, because that means a total decay of our hospital system will be happening. So government needs to tell themselves the truth.
Government in the hospital first. Let's talk to ourselves.
Good.
And presently, since Friday, I've been visiting a public hospital within Lagos State. And to God who made me, the shock of seeing the urine from the waste septic tank float to the working area where people will pass, and the stench of it. I wonder, who is the CMD of this hospital?
It's been the same.
That
hospital
Thanks.
It has been the same since like 10 years ago when I gave birth there.
So all past CMDs of that hospital should be probed, because you know why? I was in a public hospital, the one I told you about. I was there. And even the FMC, that one in Yaba, I visit there regularly to see my auntie. I see the work the CMDs are putting in. That FMC, I will say it here, I don't know who the CMD is, I don't know his name, but I must say, well done.
The impact.
My father-in-law passed in that hospital. I will say, well done, sir. There's even a lift. They put a lift for some of their patients who they see that there's a difficulty. They found that hospital that is as old as railway compound and found a way to put in a lift for their patients within that hospital under the watch of a CMD. President Buhari did not go there. The Minister for Health did not get there. Somebody is managing that place and thinking, I must do well under my watch. And so the nurses working under him will wait.
They'll be inspired.
But you see that one that I'm going now, I'm going to cover name because I'm hoping that I talk with the commissioner. That hospital, the CMDs, all past CMDs for 10 years behind must be probed, as in EFCC must be on their case. How can their water is not working, patients carry buckets in this state of Lagos, inside that hospital? Nothing is working. The AC in a private ward is not working. Somebody goes somewhere to switch it off. I don't even know what they are running in that place.
The truth is, the exodus of our healthcare personnel and workers is a symptom of what is really going on in our country. People would not leave if it was working well. And where they are leaving to, if it was the same as here, they won't go there. And if this was better, we will see an exodus of people from other countries to our own country. There is a fundamental problem. There's a problem of infrastructure, but there's also, for me, everything rests on corruption. Monies that have been budgeted and assigned for a project or for infrastructural maintenance and development is not used, or it is used half-half. Salaries are meant to be paid. There have been cases where we hear about salaries that were already paid by the federal government. The hospital administration finds a way to hold off on those salaries. They are not paid immediately because they have put them in some sort of account to generate some money for the, those in admin. And so all these things, whether we like it or not, come together, and then we have a situation like this. People would leave for economic reasons. Everybody is looking for a better, a better life, a better lifestyle. And if your country can provide that for you, who would want to leave?